you're going to be as good as the people that you associate with. We've been very fortunate. I think we're a fun place to work overall, even though you may have to deal with me a little bit. So outside of kind of the standard 13 or so flavors, the big ones are going to be that we bring back for a limited time will be molasses in late fall and Christmas. Not just saying this because of my involvement here at Eileen's, but I love our molasses cookie. Like, it's really good. So if you like that sort of thing, you have to try it out sometime.
What's going on, everybody? Kyle Powers here, Haven Real Estate Group at eXp Realty, here with another episode of Local Legends of the Flint Hills, where business meets community. I've got a very special guest here with me, Jared Gettert with Eileen's Cookies. And Jared, thank you so much, man, for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by, Kyle.
Yeah, of course. So, dude, let's kind of get into it. So we were talking off camera. Tell me the story of how you came to own this location of Eileen's Cookies.
Sure. So it's our family owns it, and there's a small handful of Eileen's Cookies in the Midwest, and it originated with Eileen Harmon in the mid 80s in a town called Hastings, Nebraska, baking and selling cookies out of her home. And they became so popular that they decided to open a storefront in downtown Hastings. And then from that day forward, Eileen's Cookies grew throughout the Midwest. I have family. My dad's originally from Hastings. I grew up in Concordia, so anytime growing up that we would go up to Hastings as a family, or we would have family come down to Concordia, there would typically be Eileen's Cookies involved at a minimum. And so my family's been a big fan of Eileen's Cookies from, my first memories. In 2021, here in Manhattan, this Eileen's Cookies was started or opened up by the Blair family. And so we were very excited that there was going to be an Eileen's Cookies here in Manhattan. Fast forward a couple of years, and it was Eileen's Cookies was available for sale. Some of the things had changed that were kind of out of their control, and so talked with some of my family members, particularly my three younger brothers, who we didn't have a background in this outside of knowing that we really liked eating Eileen's Cookies, but we thought, because of our background and kind of family connection to Eileen's Cookies, that if we were ever going to try something as a family, business-wise, this would be it. This made a lot of sense. And so it'll be 2 years this June that our family's taken over Eileen's Cookies here in Manhattan. And it's been a lot of work, a lot of good work. Fortunate to have a number of great employees and have had a ton of good support from the community that we kind of got it going now.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's awesome. So you decided it was kind of a family decision, right, for you guys to kind of come into this one. So is it you and your brothers, and who else is involved, and how does that look?
So mainly, me and my brothers, my younger brother's wife as well. She teaches elementary school here in town, so she's pretty limited in how much she can physically help out, but has been very supportive. And everyone kind of does. I mean, it's a little bit of all hands on deck. One of my sister-in-laws, their elementary school did a dough fundraiser with us, so she coordinated all of that on her end. So everyone kind of does what they're able or their time allows, and we all kind of tackle it, I would say, together.
Yeah. So again, we talked a little bit off camera, but I want to ask the question of, you're from North Central Kansas, your family's from Hastings, so why did you end up in Manhattan, and why did you guys decide to open a business here other than it was just here?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Well, that was, we've always, my wife and I went to K-State, both my parents went to K-State, all of my brothers and sister-in-laws went to K-State, so we're a K-State family through and through.
Bleeding purple, for
That's
sure.
Right. Yeah, that's right. And growing up in a small town, when Audrey and I came to Manhattan, we always thought after we got married, if we had the opportunity to move back here, we would. To us, it's kind of the perfect size, not too big, not too small. Always something, entertaining going on. And so when we had the opportunity to move back here, we did. And this opportunity kind of presented itself to us more than we directly sought it out. And so that's, I think Manhattan would be great for a number of places, but we're fortunate to have Eileen's Cookies here in Manhattan.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it, man. So I want to talk more about the store here, right? Obviously, there's a ton of different stuff and opportunity, or whatever your flavor may be. So tell me a little bit about what you guys offer here.
So that's the thing. It can be a challenge at times, but overall, it's a good thing. Is we offer a number of different things, from individual 3-inch cookies to 16-inch colossal size cookies.
That's a massive cookie.
So, but we have items available for walk-in, and then we obviously take custom call-ahead orders as well. And so we want to kind of be that, if you're in a pinch, need something last minute, a dessert option for an individual birthday or for a large group of people, we have that. We want to have that ready to walk in to help you out. And or if you have, we just wrapped up a lot of high school and college graduations, a lot of cookie trays, dozens, that sort of thing. So we do a little bit of everything, custom decorated cookies to, we offer a number of traditional flavors as well.
Let's talk about the different flavors and how you guys come up with that and what that looks like for you.
Sure. So we have, depending on the season, at a minimum 13 different traditional flavors that we offer, and up to, I'd say, 15. Come Christmas time, we bring back like a very popular molasses cookie.
Okay.
So anywhere from 13 to 15 traditional flavors. We also we can frost and or decorate any of our flavors, but typically we frost and or decorate our sugar cookie. Our frosting is, not everyone loves frosting, but if you do like frosting, our frosting is maybe what we're most known for, or one of our customer favorites. And as far as the traditional flavors, we have the very kind of standard, basic chocolate chip cookie to things like oatmeal scotchy, which has got a butterscotch chip, peanut butter chocolate chip, monster oatmeal, which that's probably the number one customer favorite traditional cookies, are monster oatmeal.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, that was actually going to be my next question, so you hit me there. So, is the monster cookie, that is their favorite, huh? That's the one you sell the most of?
Monster, yeah. It's, anytime we, occasionally we'll do like a customer vote, of what your favorite is, that's typically the one that gets the most votes there. And it's also popular because we're not completely like a gluten-free facility, but that is like a flourless option that we can offer customers if there is a gluten sensitivity.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I guess for me, it's always, I know you guys for the sugar cookies with the icing and stuff on. That's what I always think of when I think of Eileen's cookies. So, no, that's fantastic. All right, so let's do this. Walk us through a typical day here in the kitchen, in the shop, whatever you want to call it. Like, walk us through the day, start time, finish time, what all that looks like for you guys here.
Sure. So our store's open from 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. We're closed on Sundays. Our baker typically comes in every morning around 7 o'clock. We bake for the front. We're maybe a little bit different than some other locations in that we do an ingredient order twice a week, every Monday and Thursday. It gets delivered on Tuesday and Friday, and we make all of our dough and frosting here in store. Okay. So each morning, and we bake fresh every day. So every morning we start baking, we fill the front, we frost, decorate, cookies to put out, and hopefully we sell a bunch of them that day. But if we don't, we package them and then we sell them for half price as day olds. Okay. So we get that a lot, like, are they actually just a day old? And they're just a day old. So, but yeah, so every morning start baking at 7 a.m., making dough throughout the day, frosting, decorating cookies, and we do that 6 days a week.
Wow, that's awesome. So it's a long day then. It gets to be a long day, I'm sure. So, well, awesome. So I think one of the things that I've seen you guys, since you took over, I've seen you guys around a lot more for your fundraising and your community support and things that way. So I guess I want to talk a little bit more about what you guys do for the community and what that means for your business here.
Sure. Well, we've always believed in the taste, the product of Eileen's Cookies, and with any, small business, some of the initial challenges are going to be a community awareness that you exist. And so Eileen's was on the right track the first year and a half or so, but that was something that we thought we could maybe get them out into the community and surrounding areas a little bit more. And so that was a point of emphasis, still is that any way that we can get our cookies out there, we want to do that. And if that involves, supporting other local businesses, elementary schools, the schools, system, or any way that we can help a worthy group kind of raise money for something that they have going on, like, we want to do that. And so that's been a big point of emphasis. One of the more recent, I would say, kind of fun and exciting ones that we've done is for Dr. Seuss's birthday, there's Read Across America Week, and we offer Dr. Seuss cookies. One of the things we do during that week is we have customers nominate their favorite local elementary school teacher. And so at the end of that week, we drew, I think this year, 5 teachers' names, and if their name was drawn, then we delivered Dr. Seuss cookies for every student in that classroom. So this was the second year we did it. The first year we did it, I was the delivery guy. Yeah. And I'm no fun, I'm boring. So it was kind of, I think that hopefully they enjoyed the cookies, but there wasn't anything very neat from that standpoint. This year we were able to partner with the K-State women's basketball team, and a few of the players from the team, they delivered the cookies. So yeah. I think that was much more and understandably of a hit than when I delivered it. So that's just kind of one of the more recent examples of a small way that we try to be kind of supportive of, especially all school teachers, but local elementary schools here in Manhattan.
Yeah, no, I love that. And like I said, I when you guys took over a couple of years ago, I've noticed just a bigger tick up of seeing your name out there, getting more fundraising stuff out there and things that way. So I think, kudos to you guys on that on that end of it, I guess, because it is. But it's big. It's part of it, right? I mean, I think that's the draw of Manhattan in general, is that you said it before. It's this big, small town, right? Like it's not too big, it's not too small, but more importantly, the locals here really support local businesses, and I think that's a big one to understand. When you're doing a fundraiser, you give back a certain percentage of what is sold and everything that way to that particular organization, sports team, whatever it may be. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure. So because we make all of our dough here in store, we also do dough fundraisers, and all fundraisers are great because they're raising money for a worthy group or cause. But ours specifically, we sell 3-pound tubs of dough, and we've worked with a number of great local schools, groups, clubs, sports teams, kind of across the board there. And we get the orders, we make all of our dough here in store, we package it in 3-pound tubs of dough. Seems like a lot of dough, it's not that much. And then the group, for every tub that they sell, they get to keep 40% of that tub. So we found that it's kind of I think it's a win-win-win. Groups tend to do really well with it as far as getting 40% back on that sale. The people that they're reaching out to sell the dough, they get fresh-made cookie dough, and it's good for us as a business as well. So the fundraiser has been a great kind of aspect and way that we've been able to support some local groups.
Yeah. I love that. And then you can just eat the whole tub of dough.
We can't recommend, we can't advise that, but it probably, it does happen.
Yeah. I'll say it because I'm that person who usually eats it, so it's all right. Jared, we talked a little bit, you mentioned just kind of having some seasonal flavors and some seasonal things that way. Are there a certain amount of flavors, like, beginning of school, do you have a certain flavor? Obviously Christmas time, you talked about having the special cookies and stuff that way. So 1, do you have any coming up here in the near future? 2, what are the traditional seasonal flavors that you guys come out with?
Sure. So outside of kind of the standard 13 or so flavors, the big ones are going to be that we bring back for a limited time will be molasses in late fall and Christmas. I personally don't like gingerbread type flavors. Not just saying this because of my involvement here at Eileen's, but I love our molasses cookie. Like, it's really good. So if you like that sort of thing, you have to try it out sometime. So we bring that back around Christmas time. We brought it back for a week or 2 in the spring, and to let you in a little secret here, there's a good chance we bring it back for a limited time in July. do
Okay.
kind of a Christmas in July
Okay.
type of week there. So,
be looking
be on
for it.
be on the lookout for that. That's definitely a customer favorite. Early fall, we do, just like a lot of coffee places, we bring back a pumpkin spice cookie. So
right?
you have to, yeah, it's almost mandatory there.
Yeah.
And then the other little known fun fact about Hastings, Nebraska is that's where Kool-Aid was invented. So for a portion of the summer, we actually make a Kool-Aid cookie. And so those are kind of our big 3 seasonal cookies.
I told you about my nephew. He literally just asked
Yep.
about that cookie. See when
Yeah.
you're going to have that back. So there you go.
So,
It's coming
yeah.
out this summer, huh?
Yep.
Has it out now?
It's not out yet, so coming soon.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
have to let them know.
I love it. I will. I'll have to buy him some. Maybe a tub of cookie dough, right? All right, so let's kind of shift gears a little bit on I want to go to kind of the entrepreneurial piece of this, right? So we get a lot of people that watch these videos and all that kind of stuff. And so I would be curious to know, your 2 years as of this month,
Yeah.
what have been some of the challenges that you've seen and some of the joys? So I want to see both sides of it, right? What have been some of the challenges and what are some of the joys of what you've been able to do here with Eileen's?
So any of the I would say it's at the end of the day, it's important to keep perspective, especially for us, in that everything we do, we view as important. The small things matter, but at the end of the day, we're cookies. Like we're not trying to do something that's much more serious, and kind of we're not trying to cure cancer or split the atom or do anything like that. We're making cookies and. Cookies make people happy. So that's an important perspective to keep. But I would say the biggest challenge, at least initially, is, as with anything, there's always going to be a lot more that goes on behind the scenes than you're aware of just as a customer or as a consumer. And so you come in here, we want your experience to be a simple and good one. But that doesn't necessarily represent kind of everything that goes on behind the scenes. So I'd say the biggest challenge initially is just trying to learn the entire operation and then identify areas that we could be a little more efficient and or ways to get ourselves and our cookies out there a little bit more.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think it definitely does. What about one of the things that you've enjoyed about being an entrepreneur?
Sure. So you get to interact with a lot of people throughout the community that I likely otherwise wouldn't have. This, for example, like meeting, that I think in hindsight, or kind of reflecting on that a little bit, that's been a big joy. And then you see, we offer a lot of like kid-friendly cookies, so seeing kids and their moms and dads or grandparents come in and they're excited. It's fun to have customers come in and be excited because they're going to get an Eileen's cookie experience.
All right, well, let's finish this up before any more customers come in. So good news, he's got people coming in the door. All right, so before we kind of wrap everything up, I want to give people the opportunity, or give you the opportunity to, if someone watching this wants to get a hold of you guys for custom orders, custom whatever, or just order some cookies or whatever, how do they get a hold of you? Store hours, times, phone numbers, emails. What's the best way to get a hold of you guys there?
Yes, there's a few ways to reach out to us to kind of stay in the loop as far as what we have going on. Follow our Facebook and Instagram pages. It'd be Eileen's MHK for both of those. And then we take phone orders regularly. 785-320-2960 is a good way to reach us. And then also you can send us a message. We take a number of Facebook messages as well. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturdays, 9 to 5, and we are closed on Sundays.
Awesome. All right, so one more question that I always love asking this question. Again, you've been in the business for 2 years. Anybody watching this, what advice would you give to any aspiring entrepreneurs, aspiring cookie makers, whatever it is? I don't even care if it's cookies or bakery related at all. What advice would you give to these aspiring entrepreneurs?
Sure. So I think there's a lot of good advice. Not that I necessarily have it, but I would say you're going to be as good as the people that you associate with. We've been very fortunate. I think we're a fun place to work overall, even though you may have to deal with me a little bit. We've been very fortunate with a couple of staff who remained on with us, and then the number of employees we've been able to bring on. I know that at times right now, potential employees can get a bad rap as far as maybe what their shortfalls are. I disagree with that. We get a number of great employees who we've been fortunate to have work here at Eileen. So find the good people, work with them, help make them better, and then that's going to be probably the biggest thing you'll benefit from starting out.
I love it. I love it. I guess one more thing before, is there anything else that you'd like to add before we kind of wrap it up?
I would just say this has been pretty cool. I think it's great that you do this, kind of showcase local businesses, just everything going on, because Manhattan is a smaller big town, like we talked about, but there is still, a lack of kind of awareness of everything that exists or is available or is offered in this community. So the last thing I'd say is thanks for taking the time to be here today.
Of course, man. Of course. So, and thank you guys so much for watching this video up to this point. I know it's been really informational, and I love getting to know you on this end of it, and kind of what you guys are about here at Eileen. So thank you again for joining me today, and again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so and you do enjoy this content, please go and hit that subscribe button, go and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content, future videos. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.